Today I'm going to do a comparison between two Atari game cartridges for the Atari 2600 game system, Adventure and Another Adventure. Adventure was introduced in 1979 for the Atari game system. The game was designed by Warren Robinett, but reportedly the bosses at Atari believed it would be an impossible game to create. Warren would prove them wrong, and the game would go on to sell over 1 million copies, making it the 7th best-selling Atari cartridge ever made. Adventure had 3 game settings. The concept was simple. An evil magician had stolen the magic chalice. Your goal, as adventurer, was to rescue the chalice and bring it back to the Yellow Castle. Up to 3 dragons patrolled the kingdom, looking to make a meal of you. A bat would fly through the realm as well, picking up items and frequently stealing your possessions. There were 3 castles in Adventure: yellow, black, and white. Apart from the mazes, the kingdom was pretty nondescript. As a kid, I loved Adventure. It was my personal favorite game on the Atari 2600. That's not to say it did not have some shortcomings. The dragons resembled ducks. Once you killed the 3 dragons, the game was essentially over. Sure, you can go find the chalice, put it in the palace, but there's really no challenge to that, unless you end up with one of the unwinnable random combinations in the 3rd game. Sure, the bat could come back and swipe the chalice, but there really was no challenge after the dragons were defeated. Then came Another Adventure. Another Adventure was an attempt to take all the best elements of the original Adventure game, but make them better. Now, each of the 3 castles have a distinct appearance. The dragons were redrawn, the bat was improved, and now 2 new game options were introduced where the bat has the power to resurrect dead dragons. In games 3 and 5, should the bat pick up a dragon you earlier killed, it will be released alive. This makes the game even more challenging. With the bridge, you can now skip the giant hedge maze and head straight for the Black Castle. There are swamps, lava flows, a gated volcano that leads to an underground passage into the Ice Castle, and quite a few other interesting locales to travel through in your quest to find the chalice. Previously, the sword looked like an arrow and was carried like any other object, depending on how you touched it when you picked it up. Now the sword is dynamic. You carry the sword in front of you as you progress, and it moves with you as you charge the dreaded dragons. Adventure was groundbreaking, and the first game to include an Easter egg. A tiny dot would allow you to travel through an otherwise impassable barrier when 2 other items were present in the room. Beyond this flashing wall was a secret room which declared, "Created by Warren Robinett." In this tribute game, similar Easter egg exists, and this one a tribute to the game's original creator. There are no barriers to identify where the room is, but those who are familiar with the original game will find the secret room in a similar location once the dot is present. All in all, Another Adventure is the game you wish you had back in the day. It has all the playability and familiarity of the original Adventure game cartridge, but with more challenge and unpredictability. Classic gamers who still play their Atari will want to pick up Another Adventure if they do not have it already. Do a search on eBay to turn up this title. Thank you for watching.